Hi, it's Jo Painter here of confidencecoachingforwomen.co.uk, and today I'm talking about something called conflict avoidance. So are you a conflict avoider? Would you go out of your way to avoid having to bring up something that somebody might disagree with? Do you feel uncomfortable at having to put a different perspective or to say that you don't agree with something at work? Well, you're not on your own. Lots of us out there would avoid conflict if possible. In fact, some of the top CEOs in the country state that some of their biggest problems are around having to go into conflict or disagreement. And it's natural because we all want to be secure, we all want to be part of a tribe, to feel that we're validated and approved of. So having to go into conflict with somebody else makes us feel a bit uncomfortable and a bit nervous, and that fear can come up. But the problem is, if you let something you don't agree with carry on, what happens is you build up resentment inside yourself. That resentment can make the issue become even bigger in your mind until it's such a huge issue that you can't talk about it at all. It therefore affects your relationship with the other person. You can't feel that the trust is there as much as it was because you feel uncomfortable being honest and open with them. And also it affects your self-esteem and self-respect, because the message you're giving yourself is that I don't value myself enough for me to speak up about my beliefs and my opinions. And so overall, it's going to build up into a situation that feels very uncomfortable, and the fear will build until you feel uncomfortable going into any form of conflict. So whether you disagree with an idea put forward by your boss, or you think that something isn't going to work the way that the project has planned it to, but you don't want to put your head above the parapet and tell people that it's wrong. Or perhaps you're going into conflict with a friend. Maybe they've hurt you and you want to tell them how you're feeling, but you feel scared to do so. Well, remember, first of all, that conflict is just a conversation. When you disagree with somebody, all you're doing is sharing your perspective. So have the courage to initiate that conversation, remembering that it isn't a win or lose situation. One of you doesn't have to win and one of you lose. It can come out as a win-win conversation for you both. Start off by really listening to the other person. Ask them for some clarity on the situation and then really listen to their explanation. It may be that you just didn't understand the whole of the full picture. Maybe there's more information that they can give you that means you agree with them. And if you don't, well, then state your opinion and your ideas and your perspective in a concise and assertive manner. So talk about how you feel. I feel this. I would like this. I'm not sure about that. Put across in an assertive way how you think and you feel, and try to avoid blaming the other person. When you say, well, you did this and you did that, you're actually going to cause some confrontation and you're going to cause them to go defensive. So instead, talk about how you're feeling and what it means for you. Once you've done that and you feel comfortable that your perspective has been heard and really listened to, then you can come up with a compromise or look for some way in which the two of you can get to a situation where you both feel comfortable, a win-win if possible. If not, you can then walk away at least knowing that your point of view has been heard and that the other person, even if they take no different action at all, knows how you feel. And wow, is that a great boost to your self-esteem and confidence. You're giving a message to yourself that I'm worth it, I've spoken up for myself. So try not to avoid conflict. There's some situations where absolutely just let it go. But if it's important to you and it's really making you feel uncomfortable inside, then do speak up for how you feel and how you believe. So if speaking up and being assertive, particularly in the work environment, is difficult for you, then I've got loads of free resources and ideas I'd love to share with you. So why not book yourself in for a free clarity call? All you have to do is go to my online calendar at www.speakwithjo.com. That's www.speakwithjo.com, and you can book in a free session with me and we can talk about your personal challenges and I can give you loads of recommendations on how to move forward. This is Jo Painter of Confidence Coaching for Women.co.uk. Thanks for listening.